Hello everyone. Today I'm going to recap and analyze the ending of the newly released animated film Spellbound. The ending was quite unexpected and original. Let's dive into the story and prepare to be spellbound. The film opens in the enchanting kingdom of Lumbria. Ellian, the princess of this beautiful kingdom, is celebrating her birthday by flying with her friends. Despite her joy, she carries the weight of the kingdom on her shoulders. She lies to her friends, claiming that her birthday party will be small and intimate with family. The truth, however, is far more sinister. Her parents, the King Solon and the Queen Elsmere, have been transformed into monsters due to a curse. This curse was cast upon them during a trip to a dark forest where eternal darkness had taken hold of them. Despite their monstrous appearance and the chaos they cause around the castle, Ellian still loves them. However, they have lost their consciousness and are unaware of their true identities. To maintain the kingdom's peace, Ellian and her loyal companions navigate a world of deception. They've created a facade of a normal royal family, using paper cutouts to represent the king and queen. The people of Lumbria are kept at bay, only allowed into the castle if they are close to the royal family. However, the general's patience is wearing thin. She warns Ellian that she will enter the castle tomorrow, even if it means breaking down the door. Meanwhile, Ellian receives a long-awaited letter from the oracles of the sun and the moon, who are her last resort in helping her breaking the curse. The letter instructs her to add water to it. While she is searching for water, her mischievous pet, Flink, steals the letter and hides it in its mouth. Just as the paper comes to life, revealing the oracles of the sun and the moon, Ellian informs them about her parents' situation. The oracles agree to visit Lumbria personally to assess the situation. Ellian eagerly invites them to her kingdom. Ministers Bolinar and Nazara are unhappy with the current situation. They plan to make Ellian the queen of the kingdom, as she is about to turn 15. When Ellian tells them about the oracles who can potentially break the curse on her parents, they seem doubtful. They propose a deal. If the oracles fail to break the spell, Ellian must become queen. Reluctantly, Ellian agrees. As Ellian's 15th birthday party is in full swing, the oracles, Luno and Sunny, arrive. However, Ellian's parents, still under the curse's influence, react with hostility and try to intimidate the visitors. Ellian, in a desperate attempt to distract her parents, throws a toy at them. The oracles, shocked by the sight of the Ellian's parents, conclude that their soul must have been trapped in the dark forest of eternal darkness. They warn Ellian that unless the curse breaks soon, her parents will remain in their monstrous form forever. Just as they are about to reveal the solution, Ellian's parents scare them away. Feeling defeated, she yells at her parents, and Ellian, with a heavy heart, accepts her fate as the queen of the kingdom. Later, she apologizes to her parents and offers them cake, a gesture of peace. The next morning, Ellian wakes up to find that she has forgotten to lock the cage containing her parents. The monstrous duo wreaks havoc on the kingdom, terrifying the people. The general, seeing the chaos, locks them in a cage. Desperate for help, Ellian hears a pinging sound coming from Flink's mouth. It is the magic fob that the oracles dropped when they hastily left the kingdom. With the help of the fob, Ellian is able to contact the oracles and explain her dire situation. They advise her to use the fob to find their house in the dark forest. Thanking the oracles, Ellian races outside and frees her parents from the guards using the fob. With her parents in tow, they flee the kingdom and using the magic fob to fend off the pursuing soldiers. However, when the pet Flink tries to stop Bolinar from catching them using the magic fob, they accidentally switch bodies. Afterwards, they all fall through the forest and find the oracle's house. The oracles inform Ellian that her parents lost their light, the reason why they have become monsters. To restore them to their original form, Ellian must find the Lake of Light situated at the top of the mountains. The path is, however, perilous, filled with rocky mountains, lakes, and sinking deserts, the darkness. The oracles advise Ellian to follow the light, which will lead her to the lake. Leaving the oracles, they begin their journey. Soldiers roam the sky, searching for the princess. To avoid detection, they hide in a cave, but Bolinar shouts, trying to reveal their position. Inside the cave, positive energy surrounds them, creating a beautiful, floating bubble. As they venture deeper into the cave, The queen notices a fly on King's nose and tries to eat it. The king roars in pain and the positive energy turns negative. The darkness threatens to consume Ellian as their parents fight one another. But her parents, using the last of their positive energy, save her. Outside, the king regains his speech and so do the queen, but they can't remember who they were before. They soon start fighting again. Ellian reminds them of the darkness that had consumed them earlier in the cave and advises them to stop fighting. So they continue their journey. At last, they reach the peak of the mountain. But the light, which has been guiding them throughout, disappears. Disappointed, they decide to spend the night at the mountain. Ellian reminds her mother how they often used to stargaze together. The queen opens up about how as soon as she remembers something, they slip away quickly. Suddenly, she remembers Ellian's name, and a surge of joy fills her. The light reappears, guiding them forward. Next morning, the general finds their trail, marked by nuts left by Bolinar. Ellian reprimands Bolinar for his betrayal. They realize that the sand will sink if it's out of sunlight. The king and queen argue over which path to take. The queen suggests the longer, grassy route, while the king insists on a direct path. As darkness and soldiers close in, they flee. The darkness eclipses the sky, forcing them onto a rock for safety. The king and queen continue their argument, this time over who can better protect Ellian. They spot a flying kitten in trouble and rescue it. The sky clears, and they use the opportunity to escape the soldiers. Ellian's parents get lost, and she seeks help from the Flinks, a race of small, winged creatures. Bolinar, now one of them, offer him a concoction of a strange insect sauce. To his surprise, he enjoys it, and he is treated like royalty. Ellian finds her parents, and Bolinar, who always was grumpy, seems unusually happy. The king and queen finally regain their full consciousness. Ellian is overjoyed. They reach a lake of light. Ellian jumps in, but her parents are unable to follow. They see a reflection of themselves fighting and turning into monsters. Realizing their mistakes, they decide to part ways. Ellian, feeling betrayed, yells at them, accusing them of being selfish. The darkness claims her. The king and queen are captured by the general. Bolinar, aided by the Flinks, frees them. The monsters reveal their true identities as the king and queen and order the soldiers to save their daughter. The king and queen use the light to save Ellian. They apologize for their selfishness and neglect, express their love for her. They transform back into their human forms. A year later, Ellian describes how she is happy now, even though her parents live separately. They've all found their own happiness. Thank you for watching. The ending of this animated movie is bittersweet. I recommend you all to watch it for yourselves. The visuals are stunning. I love how Ellian comes to terms with the fact that her family will never go back to the way it once was. I also love the dialogue where Ellian tells her parents to get into the lake and everything will be all right, but real life isn't a fairy tale, and this ending feels realistic, even though the movie is a fantasy one. I also love the whole darkness theme, which is a metaphor for depression. Whenever Ellian feels threatened or has negative feelings, the darkness appears, but she always overcomes it with the help of her parents. The film's dialogue are quite funny, and the visuals are a feast for the eyes.